All right. So when I talked about this. I said that it's in suspension. The powder or the solid particles, the powder form, is suspended in the what? Liquid, or so it is not dissolved. That means you cannot look through it. But if it dissolves, it's from a clear solution that you can hold it and see your eyes as you listen now. I can look through it and see your face. But if it's suspension, I cannot see anything. Maybe if the powder is white, it's white things I will see. Just like taking powder, just get powder. The powder you use for your beauty, whatever, and pour in water, or even just in powder, pour in water. Will it dissolve? It won't dissolve. It will form a cloudy stuff. It will suspend it. It will dissolve. That's how suspension looks like. But once you get sugar and put in water, sugar will do what? Dissolve. You can see. You won't even know that something is there. If they dissolve salt in water, will you know that there's something there? Unless you test it, of course. So that's what's the difference between solution and what? Suspension. Now, if you get this ampicillin powder, who's calling the God's rep? God's rep. Now, if that powder, that ampicillin now, if you can try it at home, if you come in contact with ampicillin, just open it, put it in small water. It will not dissolve. It won't dissolve. It will be suspended in it. Now, they are saying that to form a suspension, you use 125 milligrams, suspend it in what? 1T1. So, 125 milligram is used to prepare 1 teaspoon of what? Ampicillin suspension. So, the entire volume of the ampicillin suspension formed is what? 1 teaspoon. And 1 teaspoon is what? 5 ml. Let me, in case that you hear this often. 1 teaspoon, TSP, is what? 5 ml. 1 dessert spoon is 10 ml. 1 tablespoon is what? 15 ml. This is measurement of volume. This one is household measurement of volume. This one is metric measurement of what? Volume. So anytime you hear 1 teaspoonful is what? How many ml? 5. If you hear 3 teaspoonful is what? 3 teaspoonful is what? 15 ml. Right? She went out now. I think she's outside there now. Yeah. That means 1 tablespoon is how many teaspoonful? 1 tablespoon is how many teaspoonful? 3. So teaspoon, that's normal. That's more. I have a teaspoon. Tablespoon, but that's normal one. Sorry, dessert spoon, but normal one. Mana ewe tablespoon ka ewe nke na aka nke ahụ nje dikwa nni mana ajibeli right nke no ono that one is what? Tablespoon. So we have teaspoon, dessert spoon, and what? Tablespoon. So now this is what I want you to that's why I say this, even though I didn't fit in your outline, but this topic, these questions will bring these things what? Now let's look at this question. I'm thinking that 125 milligram we make 5 ml. So let's use 5 ml simply, right? We make what? 5 ml, right? We make 5 ml of what? Ampicillin suspension. Good. We are asked how many milligrams and how many capsules will be used to prepare system. You see how they confuse you now. Here they started using, they changed from teaspoon to what? 15 ml. Which means you must know that 1 teaspoon is what? 5 ml. Before you can answer the question. If you don't know that 1 teaspoon is 5 ml, you can never in your life answer the question. I'm not complicating. Now that it's okay like this, now let's solve the question. Now, If 125 milligram is fine, that means in 5 ml, you see how many milligram? Right? Good. If there are 125 milligram in 5 ml, how many milligram will be in 16 ml? You do what? Cross multiply. Is it clear? Yes. So if 125 milligram are in what? 5 ml, right? Therefore, S milligram will be in what? 60 what ml. What do we do? We do what? We come and find a true of us. So that means X is now what? 125 milligram times what? Over what? 5 ml. Now, multiply. This divided is what? Male will cancel what? Male. 5 divided 60 is what? 12. 12 times 125 milligram is what? 12 times 125 milligram is what? What's the answer? Two times 125 is 250. 250 times 6 is what? 7. What are 5? 15 what? Mg, right? Okay? Who look at a Bulgarian calculator? 1,500 what? Mg. So there are what? We have answered the first question, right? There are 1,500 mg of ampicillin in the what? 60 ml, right? Now the second part of the question now asks, how many capsules do you need? How many capsules of here? How many capsules do you need to prepare this? We all know that one capsule contains what? Can I claim here? We know that one capsule contains what? One capsule contains what? Contains 250 milligram of what? Ampicillin, right? So how many capsules? We don't know how many capsules, right? X will contain what? X will contain what? Is it not? We know that one capsule contains 50 milligram, but we don't know how many capsules that contain 1,500 milligram. It's not true. Because this is the MG with 60 ml contains what? 1,500 milligram now. How many capsules will contain that 1,500 milligram? We don't know. Right? What do we do again here? We cross what? Multiply. So if we cross multiply, hey, wow. So if you cross multiply, S contains, we don't know. So S becomes what? 1 capsule times. I want to here 1,500, not 500, please. 1 capsule times what? 1,500 milligram, right? By what? 250 milligram. Milligram will do what? Cancel milligram. So what is the answer? This is in 500 we have 2. 6, right? 6 capsule. 6 what? Capsule is what we need. Here is what? You can punch a calculator, please, though. So you don't get confused. Don't mind me. We are used to it. The answer is what? 15 divided by 250 is what? Is what? Is what? 15 divided by 250 is what?
1,500. Although 0.1.
In a 250 divided by 15. Look at it. With this, we cross multiply now. This is x. X times 250 is equal to K times K. So x will become K times K divided by 250. So some of you know 250 divided by 15, which is wrong. Or 15 divided by what? 250. Is it clear? So 15 divided by 250 is what? 6. Is 6 what? Capsule. Is 6 what? Capsule. So the answer is what? 1,500 milligram of ampicillin Then 6 capsules. Any confusion? Let me clear it. Is that confusion? Ask. Let me clear your doubt. Any confusing area, please talk. Oh, don't keep quiet. Charlie, if what happens. Charlie. But it's simple now, it's simple. Ask question. Ask a question, let me know.
I thought that if one capsule of ampicillin is 250
Contains 250 mg per hour. If one capsule, you made the capsule is 250 mg.
They use 125 mg. I thought that they use 250 minus 1.
They have no business to. Those two things have no business. Are you there? Those two things have no business. Ask again now. 125, 125 milligram. Well prepared. If you take 125 milligram, prepare. This thing is just here to confuse you. Hello? These two things have no business. They have no business. This is just to tell you how many in a capsule. Simple. Where your work starts from is only dual medicine suspension, which is 125 milligram in what? 5 ml, right? There are 125 milligram in what? 5 ml. How many milligram will be in what? 60 ml, which is what? 1,500 what? Milligram will be in what? 60 ml. This 250 milligram is to help you convert to capsule. If one capsule contains what? 250 milligram. How many capsules will contain what? 1,000 what? 500 milligram. Which means 6 capsules is what you need. To prepare this thing, to prepare this 60 ml, you need how many capsules? 6 capsules. Because 6 capsules will give you 1,500 what? Milligram. And 1,500 milligram is what you see in what? 60 ml. Because in 5 ml you see what? 125 what? Milligram. You just doing cross multiplication into 2. Answer about long. Is this OBJ or theory question? Do they be answer? No, they don't share. But that's the answer, okay? So simply just you want to take it, say if 125 milligram of ampicillin is found, first of all, 1 teaspoonful is equal to what? 5 ml. So if 125 milligram is contained, if 5 ml contains 125 milligram of what? Ampicillin, 60 ml of the suspension will contain what? X. You find X, right? Which is what? 1,500 milligrams. You do another one again. But there are 250 milligrams of ampicillin in one capsule. So if 250 milligrams of ampicillin is contained, or if one capsule contains 250 milligrams of what? Ampicillin, how many capsules will contain 1,500 milligrams? You do again, concentrate again and find which is how many capsules? 6. It's simple. What do you do that for? What do you do that for? Just to understand the basic thing there. Any other question there? Any other calculation? But the more we solve this, we are still confused. Okay, so we get that from. No, it's not really. See the question we are solving. No, just to know if this is contained in this, how many is contained in simple. And they ask the question, if one capsule of ampicillin is 50 milligrams, what it means that there are 50 milligrams of ampicillin in one capsule. Ampicillin powder in a capsule. The weight you have is 50 milligrams. Now, I think they use 125. If you prepare a suspension, and 1 teaspoonful of that suspension contains with 125 milligrams of what? Ampicillin. That means I say that 1 teaspoonful is for how many mil? 5 mil. That means there are 125 milligrams in 5 mil. Oh yeah. So 5 mil contains 125 milligrams. Now how 60 mil will contain what? Tell me. If 5 mil contain 125 milligrams, 60 mil, which is this, will contain what? Come to the bottom. Come. So if 5 mil contains 1.5 milligrams, 60 mil will contain what? Good. 60 mil will contain what? So what will you do? So what will you do?
What me, I think I'll do. You know how many?
Let's do it now. How many?
5.
You cross multiply. You can see that. You do what? If 5 mil, huh? If 5 mil contains in what? Contains 1.5 milligrams. 60 mil will contain what? We don't know, we call it what? X. You cross multiply now. Don't you know cross multiplication? X is now equal to what? 60 mil times what? Times what?
125.
Over what?
5.
What's the answer? 1 around what? Mil cancel mil. 5 divided 12. 12 times 1.5 is 1,500 mil. So in 60 mil of a suspension will contain 1,500 milligrams of what? Ampicillin. Now tell me, how many capsules can that 1,500 milligrams of ampicillin be used to fill? How many capsules can contain this 1,500 milligrams? If one capsule contains 2 milligrams of ampicillin, so how many capsules will contain 1,500 milligrams? Tell me. Come and do what I did here again. Do exactly what I did here again in that one. If one, look at it now. Of course, now one capsule contains 2 milligrams. It's the one capsule. Will be in how many capsules? Please, don't throw your units away, please. Your units are important, very important in what you are doing here. Don't throw your units away. Please, what are you doing? Anyone in a cross competition? Okay, that's the problem now. That's the problem. That is the problem. I know that's the problem. It's cross multiplication now. Okay, if you are, can I clean this place? I think you are done with this, right? In your cross multiplication, if you have that A is B and C is what? If A is to B and C is to D. If you want to find D, you come multiply now. Multiply this, it becomes A times what? D is equal to what? C times what? D. So if you want to get A, what are you going to do? Divide both sides by what? D. D over what? D. So A is equal to what? D times D over what? D. So this is what you do here now. Let's go and count. 250 milligram of the ampicillin is found in one capsule. 1,700 milligram of vitamin X. Not X. We are looking for X. So this thing can be put in this form. You want something like this. X times what? 250 milligram of here. X times what? It's equal to what? This times, sorry, one capsule times what? 1,700 what? Milligram. We are looking for X. So what do we do? We are looking for X. So what do we do? How do we find X? We go both sides by what? By what? Good. 2 what? 50 milligram over what? Yeah, but here I have a mathematics now. I'm surprised I'm doing it here. You can do this. So find your X now, divide and get your answer. What's the answer? It is capsules.
If one capsule and the series is 250 mg and 125 mg is used to prepare 1 teaspoon of ampicillin. That means in that one capsule they carry 125 mg of that ampicillin to be a suspension. Now, the reason that this capsule now will be used completely to do that suspension.
They just give you a sample of what they used to prepare 5 ml. They just give you a sample of what they can, how many that needed for 5 ml. I just ask you how many we needed for 60 ml. This is just honest. I just make a sample. If 5 ml contains, if 125 milligram is used to prepare 5 ml. Okay, from your own argument, I have solved this. Using this, you are giving the issue now. You go and solve the difficulty. Using that, you are thinking now. You go and solve the question with that your idea. I go there and solve it. Let me see what you get. Maybe she may get it. She may solve it.
As in this one capsule contains this energy, and this amount was collected from this energy to prepare a suspension. Then does it mean that this the total food capsule will be used to prepare?
I don't know. Okay, now let me ask you a question now. How many capsules do you think that can be used to prepare 5 ml? How many capsules do you think that can be used to prepare 5 ml? How many capsules do you think that was needed to prepare 5 ml? Half. I'm giving you another clue now on how to solve this type of question very fast. Maybe you know BJ. How many capsules from this question? How many capsules do you think was needed to prepare 125 milligram? 5 ml. How many capsules? How many capsules? Half. So if half was used to prepare 5 ml, how many do you think can use to prepare 60 ml? Do it on the board now. If half capsule was used to prepare what? 5 ml. So how many capsules will we use to prepare 60 ml? Take marker. Do it fast. Let's see whether we will get the same answer here. Because what the 125 is half of it already. Yes. So if half capsule, half of 1/5, isn't it? So if half was we used to prepare 5 ml. So how many capsules we used to prepare 60 ml? What are you solving? More people don't know. Originally, Kunya can confusion. 3 milligram yes, about milligram upper. Nothing concern milligram here now. I said, no, you are asking me now. I'm asking you again now. From this whole long story now, how many capsules was needed to prepare 5 minutes? Good. Just yagging now. How many capsules we needed to prepare 16 men? This is some of this long story. Me capsule. Me has gone now. It's capsule. I did the same thing. Then again. Ask. Okay. Now. Nyakenya no ngwa. Ndị enu ga-eke onwe ha first. Ha kachazịa nke fọzọ nke na ndị na-enu ga-ekere onwe ha n'elu. They will solve their problem n'elu. Ha solve their problem. Nke na ewebataza ngwa solve what the people do first. Or you do it. Solve it. Tackle on the n'elu first. Ha kere onwe ha first. If ha kere onwe ha, what will you get? So allow them get na koket opozia. Where are you getting? 6 capsules. You go to go? Are you okay now? Okay. No, ask. To what? About 1 over 5 now. About 1 over 2. Times 60 mil over 1 times 1 over 5 is something. 5 will still be on down, and 5. In fact, 5 and 10. In fact, the summary there is that 5 will multiply 2 and you get 10. 10 divides 6 and you get 6. Simple. Times 1 over 5. So 5 will multiply to and you get 10. And they divide 6 to and you get 6. Simple. You talk about when you're 6 capsules. Are you okay now? So why I told you to do this because I noticed that milligram was busy confusing you. So that's why you were busy telling me that for half. I just need they made a statement. Anyway, question they make a statement. It's like if no, just a statement. Are you there? So why I didn't want to? Why do you know why I passed through these steps? If you do this step, open a journal like a milligram. Open as you just find their capsule. You can take this step and get the answer straight. But that's again, how many milligrams first? And the capsule. That's why I took these steps. I first calculated the milligram first. You watch, I did this step, and when any business with the milligram. Yes. Had it been the question just drugging, if 1 capsule of ampicillin is 250 milligrams, and 1 milligram is used to prepare 1 teaspoon of ampicillin suspension, how many capsules will you to prepare 60 ml? You won't business with the milligram. Just go straight and solve it. But I can't say how many milligrams first? Before I like me. So you need to find the milligram. That's why I took these 2 steps. Is it clear now? Calculation now total. There's no hour there. No. Once you understand it, you don't know if it's No, ask. What time? Ask. You know, I told you that. Ask question. Ask. Oh, yeah, bless her. Blessing will be my secretary in this class. Accepted? No, I'm asking her. Accepted? Okay. I have secretary in every class now. I have secretary there. Okay, financial. All right, call it.
from its powdered form.
Is that all? Come here. Come. Write K, capital letter. Write K, capital letter. M, capital letter. And then N, small letter. That's how to write it, okay? Good. Alright, so from what we discussed, have you not seen now? Ukaputago now. When I put an Ukaputago, as if I knew and took my time, even when it is not in your listen, I took my time to talk about weight in volume and volume in volume. Now look at this thing now. As again at the potassium, the raw potassium permanganate EGMA solution is in what? Solid form, right? Powder form. So this solution you make now, is it solid in liquid? Because you use water, right?
Yes.
So it's solid in what? That means you dissolve the potassium permanganate in what? In water, right? So it's liquid, solid in what? Liquid. So the concentration above percentage weight in what? Is it clear now?
Yes.
Remember what I told you about convention? That in convention, the convention will tell you that you will use, that when you hear weight in volume, the volume must be in what? Ml. Am I communicating? The volume must be in what? Ml. And the weight must be in what? Gram. So 4% is how many grams in 100 ml? In our last class, or last two classes. What 4% means how many? What does 4% mean? Put the units now. How many grams? How many? For what? I told you that if for weight in volume, 1% concentration means 1 gram in 100. It's not true. It's not true. 1 gram in what? 100 ml. So 4% is what? 4% is what? Good. 4 gram in what? 100 ml, right? 4 gram in what? 100 ml. Now, 4 gram in 100 ml, what it means is this. What it means is this. I told you that if it were to be volume in volume, it doesn't matter the unit. The most important thing is that the unit of the active ingredient and the unit of the entire system must be the same unit. But it can be ml, it can be what? Liters, depending on whether it's liquid in liquid or solid in what? Solid. But once you hear solid in liquid, the weight must be in what? Gram. And the volume must be in what? Ml. I said it. So what it means is that, and I tell you that by that same convention, 1% means 1% weight in what? Volume means what? 1 gram in what? So I take 1% potassium permanganate solution. What it means is this: 1 gram of potassium permanganate powder in 100 what? Ml. Is it clear? That's meaning. So after I give 4% potassium permanganate, what it means is what? So that means 4% weight in volume what? Potassium. What's going on here?
All of them are being used.
How? Why?
If I go to the provost office, before the PA will get marker from med lab again, they say I should come back later.
Hey. This is affecting your studies because this is not clear. So that means 4%. Remember we said it's 4% is what? Is weight in what? Of what? 4% potassium permanganate means what? What it means is this. 4 gram of what? 4 gram of what? Permanganate in what? 100 ml what? Solution. That's what it means. Is it clear? That's what it means. 4% potassium permanganate means 4 gram of potassium permanganate in what? 100 ml solution. When you ask you prepare 3 pints of potassium what? Permanganate of 4% potassium permanganate solution. So if there are 4 gram, if 4% means 4 gram in 100 ml, how many gram of potassium permanganate do you need to prepare 3 pints? Did I tell you the relationship between pints and ml in this class? I said it. Pint is how many ml? 1 pint is how many ml? 4 what? 1 pint is how many ml? Good. I using American system. 1 pint is what? 473 ml. Am I communicating? So if 1 pint, there are some systems will tell you 480, but I prefer using the American system. Am I communicating? 1 pint is what? 470. So for you to do it well, you have to move. Either you move this ml to what? Pint, or you move the pint to what? Ml. Is it clear? Is it clear? Now, because they stay in pint, it requires move one to what? Pint. How do you do it? If 1 pint is 473 ml, right? Therefore, 100 ml is what? How many pints? Check it. If 1 pint is 473, how many pints is 100 ml? Just do 1 pint times 100 ml divided by 473 ml. Ml will cancel me and answer just simply 100 over 473 is what? Some use 500, but let's just use 473. 0.21 pints. Right? Are we together? She got what? 0.21 what? Pint. What that means? That means this is also what? 4 gram of what? Potassium what? In what? Pint solution. Is it clear? Or your meaning? Because we are changing the what? 100 ml to what? Pint. Now, if there are 4 milligram of potassium permanganate in what? 0.21 pint. How many potassium permanganate, we don't know, should be in what? 3 what? 3 pints. Is it clear? If there are 4 grams of potassium permanganate in what? 0.21 pints. How many grams of potassium permanganate should be in what? 3 pints. What's the answer? X is what? Just do X times 0.21 is equal to 3 pints times 4 milligrams.
57.14.
So, about beginning, X is what? 5 what?
57.1.
5.
57.1.
Okay, 7 point what? 1 gram of potassium permanganate should be in what? In 3 pints. Oria. Are we together? What is no again? What did you not understand? Wait. You don't know where I got 0.21. Where were you when we are doing 1 pint is 473? Were you there?
Are you converting 100 to 3 pints?
We are not one that told me that 1 pint is 473 ml. Instead 100 ml is what pint? Your people is that you lost attention, or blood that you don't understand. I aware that there is a difference between losing attention and do what? Understanding. Here I said 1 pint is 473 ml, which she gave me the answer, 473 ml. I call it a copy. Then, so the 100 ml is 70 pints, and I waited. Somebody here do the calculation. After calculation, the person told me 0.21. She kept quiet all this while. That means her mind was somewhere else. No, I'm telling you how it works. I give her like 2 minutes of here, or 1 minute before somebody calculated it, and tell me it's 0.21. She kept quiet. We look at some had that get 0.21. Which happened somewhere else, Mr. Bata? Asim, don't lie. Asim. Which happened? I'm a teacher. Please let us be here, okay? Let's be here. I asked the first question. I said 1 pint is what? I told you that what we are doing is this. These pints and ml are measures of what? Volume. In our last class, or last 2 classes, I told you that pint is the old what? Measurement. True of us. But ml is new measurement pattern. But even still, even presently, they still use pints in the hospital, pints of blood. But it's volume. You see now a conversion factor between pint and what? Ml. I said that 1 pint is what? 473 ml. I said it. But this American system use 480, 500. Am I communicating? This question they should have given you the word they want to use here. Because they have different systems. But it's okay. But I prefer using what? Male. Am I communicating? If they go there and see you, they will not score you bad. Because so far, England at 1 pint is what? 473 male. Quote it. Am I communicating? 1 pint is what? 473 what? Male. Now, take it here now. You understood what we did here concerning about 4%, right? By convention, that 1% weight in volume is what? 1 gram in what? 100 ml. So asking 4% weight in volume, it becomes what? 4 gram in what? 100 ml. So that means 4% potassium permanganate solution means 4 gram of potassium permanganate solid in 100 ml solution. You see now, you can convert this thing now. Because any volume you got in pints, you can move this 100 ml to what? Pints. Which I asked, you told me that 1 pint is what? 473 ml. Even when others we are confused, you prove me right that I did it in class. That 1 pint is 473 ml. Which we agreed. 1 pint is what? 473 ml. So if 1 pint is what? 473. How many pints is what? 100 ml. You did what? Cross multiplication, which he did and told me that 100 ml is 0.21 what? Pints. I now replace this 100 ml with what? 0.21 what? Fine. I continue our calculation. This is okay if 4 milligrams of potassium permanganate is in 0.21 pints. How many will be in 3 what? Pints. Are we together? So that's why I put 3 pints here. This is 3 pints. We did the same cross multiplication again. And someone else pointed the calculator and told us that it was 57.14 grams of potassium permanganate in what? 3 pints. Now, how do you now prepare this solution? Simply weigh what? 57.14 grams of potassium permanganate. Dissolve with, don't add the entire 3 pints. You make a mistake. You take a lower concentration. Just weigh what? The way to describe it is this. Weigh 57.14 grams of what? Potassium permanganate. Add little amount of water to dissolve it. Then make it up to what? 3 pints. In there you have prepared 4%. 3 pints of what? 4% of potassium what? Permanganate. The idea is that you determine the weight of potassium permanganate you dissolve. And that's what you have determined now. Because if this is found in 0.2, how many will find in what? 3 pints. We did it and got this to be what? 57.14. So if you want to write the answer, simply say weigh what? 57.14 grams of potassium permanganate powder. Add little amount of water to dissolve it. Then make it up to what? 3 pints with what? Water. You have prepared what? 3 pints of what? 4% what? Potassium permanganate solution using the powder provided. Yes. Okay, I said, you know that all these things we have been doing is to find the weight of potassium permanganate in what? 3 pints. Remember? All this we have been doing here is to find the weight of what? Potassium permanganate that should be in what? 3 pints. And we have found it to be what? 7.14. So simply say, weigh, to weigh something now, weigh 57.14 gram of what? Potassium permanganate powder. Weigh 57.14 gram of what? Potassium permanganate what? Powder. Dissolve with little amount of what? Water. Then do what? Make it up with what? Make it up to which volume? 3 pints with what? Water. Simple. That is the moment they ask you how to make 3 pints. This is how to make 3 pints. Yes. Hey, maybe I have done that. Or can see George on the go? Where do I start from? But it's well, we must start from somewhere. Now listen. But you understand what we say about 1%, right? Weight in volume, right? We carry clear up, yeah? We agree that 1% is what? For solid in what? Liquid is 1 gram in what? 100 ml. Yeah? We carry okay. Oh, you okay with that one, right? Then, if 1% is 1, that means 4% should be what? 4 gram in what? 100 ml. Now, listen. Now, if 4 gram of potassium permanganate is in 100 ml, are we there? If 4 gram is in what? 100 ml. How many will be in 3 pints? Pint is also a what? Volume. But pints and ml are not the same unit. So they must be in the same what? Unit. That's why we converted this ml to what? Pints. Did you understand how we converted this ml to pints? Huh? No. I am asking her. Did you understand how we converted this ml to pints? You see that 1 pint is how many ml? 1 pint is 473 ml. So how many pints will be 100 ml? This is, I think your issue is cost multiplication, right? Okay. Good. That is the problem. They have a difference not together, but it's simple to understand. It's simple to do. Where do I start from now? Can I clean here? Can I clean here? Yeah. All right. We agree that 1 pint, it means pint, is equal to what? But we want to convert 100 ml to what? Pints. We call it what? X. If 1 pint is what? 473 ml. X pint is what? 100 ml. We look for this X. We cross multiply. X times this is equal to 1 pint times this. That's what's called multiplication. So X times what? 473 ml is equal to what? 1 pint times what? 100 ml. How do we find S? What do we do here to find S? Huh? How? Good. You divide it by what? Divide it again by what? This will cancel what? This. Of course, that's for X. So X becomes equal to this. Male will cancel male. Just do 100 over 473. Are you getting it? 0. What? S times the 4 here is what? Fine. 0.21 what? Fine. So that means actually 100 ml is what? How many pints? 0.21 pints. That's why we replace it here. Your eyes should come here. That way we replace this 100 ml with what? 0.21 pints. So here now, this 4 milligram of potassium permanganate that should be in 100 ml becomes 4 milligram of potassium permanganate in what? 0.21 pints. So it can be in the same unit with these 3 pints. So if there are 4 milligram of potassium permanganate in 0.21 pints, how many grams, of potassium permanganate should be in what? 3 pints. We do again, cross, multiply again. We do another what? Cross, multiply to get what? How many grams of potassium permanganate that should be in what? 3 pints. Again, we do another one, cross multiplication. If 4 milligrams of potassium permanganate is in what? 0.21 pints. Are you following me? Huh? I think someone should help in the hostel, okay? Please, who can help in the hostel? This class is taking long. You are lost again. Where? We are lost again. Let me know.
This fine. This first one.
Uh-huh.
So we're looking for.
I said, listen again. I said, but you agree with me that 1 pint is 473 ml. How many pints will be in 100 ml? Will be 100 ml? Answer that question. You.
If 1 pint is 4 100 ml is smaller than.
Are we joking? I'm saying if 1 pint is 473 ml, 100 ml is how many pints? That's the question I ask. That's because just do. If you do call my question, what's the answer? Are you sure what they're saying? Are you sure? Are you sure? And you can solve it if I call it out now to solve it on your own. You know how we arrive at that point. Eh? Good. Now we have got it 0.21 pints. This 0.21 pint is certain at how many ml? So please be quiet, please. Allow her, please. So this 0.21 pint because it's certain at how many ml? And that's why I replace it here now with I replace 100 ml here with 0.1. Since they're the same thing. Anyway, I see 100 ml, I put what? 0.21 pints. So here have 4 milligrams, which you have answered me that 4 grams. 4% mean what? 4 grams in what? 100 ml. So that means 4% is also certain as what? 4 grams in what? 0.21 pints. Or not clear? So if 4 grams is 0.21 pints, how many grams will be in what? 3 pints. You do what? That's what I'm doing here now. You do another what? Cross multiplication. If there are 4 grams in what? 0.21 pints. How many will be in what? In what? We don't know. We call it what? X again. We do another what? Cross multiplication. So X becomes what? Tell me now. X becomes what? Good. 4 grams times what? Good. Perfect. What else? I gave you. 0 point what? 21 what? Fine. And cancel out. Pi to do what? Cancel pi. So if 4 times 3 is what? 12. 12 divided by 0.21 is what? What's the answer? 57 point what? So actually there are 57.14 grams of potassium permanganate in 3 pints solution. So how do you prepare it now? Simply say weigh what? Weigh what? Measure or weigh what? 57.14 grams of what? Remember the chemical that is in powder form. Remember, weigh 57.14 grams of potassium permanganate powder. 1 milli. or dissolve, well, then you do what? You boil it down to the low, getting 3 pints. Immediately you have prepared 3 pints of 4% potassium permanganate solution. You have prepared it. Is it clear now? Yes. So in practical, this is how you can prepare it.
How do we know when to use this formula in order to respond? That's from the last class. I took a question on this slide from the last class. But use
without dilution. This is not dilution. It's when you have a question with dilution. I'm thinking that from already prepared stock solution, prepare a lower concentration. You are diluting it. You are preparing a new solution from a given solution. One time you are preparing a stock solution, go. That stock solution, go, is what is. Then they ask you to prepare. What you know that you have prepared 4% of a solution. You may act as a stock solution. They will ask to prepare. Let's say you have to prepare 2%. Prepare 3 pints or prepare 1 pint of 2% potassium permanganate solution. That's when you start using C1, because you will get a new concentration. They ask to prepare 2%, 4% and 2%. Which one is more concentrated? Okay. 4% is more concentrated now. 2% is diluted, right? So asking you to prepare 2% means dilute, take some from here and dilute it to prepare a new one. Solution with a lower what? Concentration, or simply diluted what? Solution of it. Everybody is with C1, V1. Is it clear now? But regardless, you are preparing an entirely new stock solution from powder. Sometimes when you are working, you may present it with a potassium permanganate powder, and you want to use it to maybe what you want to use it to do. What are you going to do? This is what you are going to do. You learn how to prepare this from the powder. Go. So all this one you'll be doing, you are preparing from a stock solution, a solution form, and you are preparing from powder. That's why I told you that this one is different now. It's not talking about weight in what? Volume. Or the volume in what? Volume. Is it clear? Is it clear? Okay?
Because also now, it divide the even I know myself, 477 100. Right? You know what the 0.2111, then the last figure there for 7.
0.21.
No, just the more than 5.
You cannot get to this point. You just took only 0.21. The can you say 1? You cannot.
But the last figure there.
It will stop here. You can't extend again. So just 2 decimal place is okay. 0.21 is okay. Had it been never get up, let's never get up 0.215. That's why here we become 0.22. Water. You understand that? So that's why we cut it off like that. Because you cannot use all the long number like that. So the first the 2 decimal place, your mother is the 3rd digit place. You have to look 5. You come up with all of 5. You throw it away. That's why we threw that one, so that 1 away because we only 5. Is it clear? Okay. In male. It's all working. Can you what? In what? In what? I see I'm in what? Oh, wow. See, I'm in what now? In what? In what volume?
In what because it changes as it changes the size.
One size what?
1 size. And 1 size.
How? Explain. If you change 3 pints, 1 pint is how many mils? Can you use it? We are 1 pint is how many mils? That's great. So can you use that 1 pint in what you are solving? Can you use that 1 pint? I like this girl. I like her questions. Do you know why I like her questions? Or you see how why I'll find the answer. And he fails to understand. There are people that like that. Once if they don't answer that question, they won't understand it. Until I want that way people will understand it perfectly. I encourage you, don't give up. Don't be careless. Just join with what you know. Be one young man. And there are people that understand that way. They must and once they understand it, when you water here. So please don't change who you are because of amalgam. Just join one young man. Just say it. If it was a 60 watt gram. You just like the 60 gram in what? Is this 60 gram in pint or 60 gram in ml? What volume? So it cannot be same thing now. If this is changed to male, do you expect to get the same thing? We are dealing in pints and you are dealing in male. It cannot be the same thing. In what? Okay, Fine. Can you convert it? 0.21 pints. You can never my male and pint cannot go together. It's either you are working on male or you are working in what? Pints. You can't say that you have 4 grams is 100 ml because it comes in 2 points. It cannot work. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's either we can also do it this way. We can also carry this male. Or to ever add it in 100 ml. What is it? Cost rep. Okay. This is 100 ml, right? You can also, if you like, we just convert this 3 pints to what? To ml. You make it get email, man. Okay. If you put it aside, now, if 1 pint is 473, how many pints? 3 pints will be how many ml? 1,000 what? Do it fast. 1,000 what? Ml up here. Ibuzi at Tinyeba. If we are now, are we together? Ibu this 1,419 ml now. It is here. If there are instead of each of the other pints, if you are available, how many grams will be in what? 1,419 what ml? Are we there? Are we there? So what's the answer? Just simply multiply 1,419 by 4. Yeah? Divide by what? 100. Just do 1,419 ml times 4 grams. Okay? Then divided by what? 100 ml. What's the answer? Do 1,419 ml. What is it? Okay.
You said 4 grams of potassium permanganate solution in 1,419 ml. For 4% is 4 grams in 100 ml. Yeah? But we want to find it in 3 pints. You see that you can, if you like, you convert this 100 ml to pints straight, which we got at this, and got our answer to be this. If you like, you can convert this pint to ml straight. Buzzer pint, budget to ml, which you did and got what? So where would this be? All about Coca-Cola is now. You put here now. If there are 4 grams in 100 ml, how many grams will be in 1,419 ml? Because what 1,419 ml is what? 3 what? Pints. So just multiply 1,419 times what? Times 4. What's the answer? Divide by 100. 50 point what? 50 point what? 76 what? Grams in what? 1,000 what? 1,419.
1419 male. Are we together? Are we together? This is you're both in pints now. You're not working in pints. If you appropriate, you get what? 57. You know that 0.21 is that's 0.21. That one mark there are some grams that we are lost. Hope you know. Yeah, that's 0.2. You have 0.211, 2.111, even though you accommodated it. If you okay now, see what you do now. See what you do now. See what you do. Don't approximate. Okay? Just punch that 100 divided by 473. Punch 100 divided by, don't approximate it. Let's use it straight the way it is. Don't worry, don't just keep your don't change, don't clear it from your system. Don't clear it to is there. Then multiply it by okay. 4 times 3 pints is 12 pints of here. Can you use that thing to divide? You know how to do it now. Do inverse of it now. Are you there? You can do inverse of it. Will you multiply 12? Just can you invert it? Hey, they cannot invert it. There's no confusion. There's no confusion. I'm trying to show you something where you have this discrepancy. That's where I want to check. It's in the approximation of this 0.21. Are we together? Now I want where do we get this 0.21? We got this 0.21 from where? 100 over what? Okay, just simply do. Let's do it this way. Times 12. I think it's okay. Let me see. This is 4 times. I'm coming. Just come down. 4 times this thing is what? 4 times this is what? 12 up here. Divided by what? 0.1, right? This is 0.1 up here. This should be 4 times 3, right? Which is 12. 12 divided by 0.21 up here. So if you put it in fractional form, it will look like this. 12 up here. 12 divided by what? 0.1 is what? Over what? Is it clear? True or false? Are they sentence? Are they sentence? Just simply invert it now and do 12 times 473 over 2 over 100. What's the answer? What's the answer? Have you seen where it came from? It came from that what approximation that we did to get 0.21. That's where the discrepancy between these two came from. That's why we got 57 because we approximated this to 0. Had it been we just say here in 100 over what? 473 and use it like that. And approximate at the end of our what? Calculation would have gotten the same answer. So that's where this discrepancy. But it doesn't matter. What matters is this: that they are what? They say it's from pint, Ibuja to pint. It's Ibuja to what? To what? Because 3 pints is what? This. 3 pints is what? This. Or it should be the same milligram, the same gram that should be in 2 of them. Because pint and 3 pints. If you work it here, you can simply say make it up to what? 1,419 what? Male. You use it do it in what? Pints. People are looking confused. Are you lost? Are you lost? I'm sorry to say this. I'm sorry to say this, but it's is a reality. It's a reality. Most of the problem I'm encountering here is just basic mathematics issues. I will not lie to you. This is just basic mathematics issues, and I keep saying that if you don't look well, it will keep. But I'm used to it. Sometimes if I teach my students, I'll go and start teaching chemistry. Because I want them to really come up to understand what we are talking about. Here just simple fractional issues. Fraction, which once you approximate, there will be difference in what? The final value. I'm not complicating. Once you approximate. If you watch now, I use it as fraction the way it is. That's why I got the same answer. The 756.7 what? 6. And in the other sense, I think the best thing to do is to just carry it the way it is without punching. Because here I approximate, cut off some gram of this 0.011 or something gram, left it. That's why he couldn't divide it enough to get to this level. That's why it's still high like this. But if you approximate it, it will give you the same thing. I approximate these two things to whole number. It's same thing. Is it clear? Because this cannot go. This will stop here at 57. This will end up to what? 7. It's something. But I just want to show you why you have this just 0.0 something the skin pansy because of this approximation we did here. That's what caused it. But if you carry it where it is and put here, which we did here, we'll get exactly the same thing. Because in what here, we do not do any approximation when it comes to the other. If you convert it to male, did you do any approximation? We just did 3 times 4 7 times, got 1 4, and use it like that. That's why we got something. But I remember maybe approximation. Which if we didn't do approximation, which we have tried, we would have just arrived at the same answer. So whether you solve it using pints or solve it using what? Males, you get the same answer. So in your description, go according to how you want to describe. But why I chose pints because the person is in pints, 3 pints. Is it clear? I'm actually prepare 3 pints. You just have 1 4 1 4 7 8. I have to prepare 3 what? Pints. What's that? So answer should be in the pints you are told. They are specific. They know about male, but they ask you what? Prepare 3 pints. So prepare that 3 pints. How about again? These are why people fail exam. Yes, they want to me. I have problem with them. And I said, I see that I'm me, but we are asked to do what? Prepare in pints. You give me what I mean. I'll keep going now. Name my mail. So that means it's just to help you to be steadfast when it comes to the convention I told you about. Now 1 gram in 100 ml. That convention I told you, you need it because okay. Let's see how it sounds. If you remember that 4% is 4 grams in what? 100 pints. No, just come down. Let's look at it. 4 grams is 100 pints. Is that okay? Because that convention is a male. It should be what? Male. That you know that you want to, you don't know about it, you want to be like it. That means you come here and start having what? 3 pints of here. So S you now what? 4 grams times what? 3 pints over what? 100. Which is what? 12 over what? 100. So 0 point what? 0.21. No, 2 over what? No, 0.0. 0.12 grams. If we this what I get that use 0.12, you have missed what the convention says. The convention says that 4%, at least it is general. Anytime you see 4%, it means 4 grams in 100. That means all you do for other measurement of volume. In other case, we will do measure the what? Conversion to get it. Sometimes they may ask to prepare. Let's assume you ask to prepare 4 liters. Can you hear me? Let me know someone that thinks one. let's assume this is exactly 4 liters. So you prepare 4 liters. Good, I like that. It's a good question. Prepare 4 liters of 4% potassium permanganate solution. After it I will go. So someone should go and solve it. Someone should go and solve it. Now, you go to the board and solve it. Also, I've changed that into 4 liters now. Oh yeah, go and solve it and tell me the answer. It's simple. It's not difficult. So don't be afraid. It's simple. Oh yeah, fast. So take marker. Clean the board so you don't confuse us on the board. Make 4 liters of 4% potassium permanganate solution from its powder form. So gather all the calculations in your past question. We'll solve it, okay?
Yes.
Both in the OBJ or theory. Gather as many as possible. We'll be solving it one after the other. At least couple in our next class, maybe we'll just use presentation to round off the last topic. The last topic. Then we'll keep solving questions like this until our exam. Because I know that calculation, yes, some of you know. Here for today. I've tried from when? Almost 8 o'clock. I think I've tried, right? So let me go back. All right, attendance, please. Sign, so let me go. Where is the class one? So I can sign my own. All right, see you on Friday.
Thank you.